to this webinar, which provides insights on working with mixed age groups of children in early learning and care settings. A focus on practitioners. These insights take account of research as well as inspectors' findings in early learning and care settings and the advice provided by inspectors to promote improvement. All of the advice provided in this webinar should be considered in light of the prevailing public health guidelines which apply in educational settings. Let us reflect on what mixed age group learning involves. Mixed age group learning involves placing children of different ages in the same group. It allows for children of various abilities to play together in an environment that will support their development and their learning potential. Research suggests that mixed age group settings have the potential to be very positive learning experiences for young children and their families. Children in mixed age groups have the chance to be the oldest and the youngest in the group. This supports their social and emotional development and aids positive behaviours such as helpfulness, sharing and turn-taking skills. As a practitioner, when promoting and implementing mixed age group learning, meaningful and reciprocal interactions are very important. So too is the practitioner's knowledge of child development and the emerging curriculum. In a mixed age group setting, the inclusion of children and their parents in decision making will greatly benefit children's positive learning experiences. As a result, inspectors often advise practitioners to seek the views of parents and the voice of children prior to planning a mixed age group curriculum. This will ensure that activities reflect the interests and needs and diversity of all the children in the group. In the next slide, we will take some time to consider the importance of play in mixed age group settings. In supporting mixed age group learning, inspectors acknowledge that irrespective of children's age or how children are grouped together, play is fundamental to their learning and development. Children who are encouraged to be active in their play will naturally choose activities that match their developmental levels. They will also self-initiate activities and problem solve as they explore and discover the world around them. In mixed age group settings, where practice is highly effective, early years practitioners view play as central to children's learning and have a very good awareness of the stages of developmental play. These include solitary, spectator, parallel, associate, and cooperative play. Nonetheless, remember, while these stages are associated with children's ages, they are indicators only, and children's stage of development also needs to be considered. In mixed age group settings, where quality is of very high standard, practitioners are conscious of the fact that not all children will be ready for or interested in the same task or play activity at the same time. As a result, inspectors often advise practitioners to provide play activities that are adapted to suit all children's interests, age and ability, and that children be given autonomy to choose play activities of interest to them. This also allows children to engage at a pace that is suitable to their age and stage of development. Early years practitioners will be aware of the many types of play which promote the children's physical, social, cognitive, sensory and imaginative development. In high-quality mixed age group settings, inspectors often refer to the fact that skilled practitioners provide a broad variety of child-led, active and interactive play options that are freely available both indoors and outdoors. Supported and extended by the early years practitioners, the children are encouraged to engage in a variety of activities throughout the day. Next, we will look at some practical considerations when working with mixed age group children. When planning the curriculum for mixed age groups of children, a question often asked is, how can the curriculum be responsive to meeting the needs and the diverse abilities of all children in the group? Let us answer this question by taking a look at practice identified by inspectors in high-quality mixed age group settings. Within these settings, early years practitioners work collaboratively to develop broad-based learning experience tailored to the individual interests and the needs of the children in the group. In doing so, they implement an emergent play-based curriculum underpinned by ASHTR, the Early Childhood Framework, provide a flexible routine which offers the children ample time for unstructured play. Group times such as circle time are kept short and intentional teaching is organised separately to provide for the children's individual learning needs and abilities. Use a key person approach. This approach ensures that regardless of the child's age, the individual learning needs of all children in the group are met. They spontaneously follow the children's play ideas and use open-ended questions to encourage their thinking and language skills. As a result, practitioners will gain a greater understanding of children's capabilities, skills, and dispositions. They provide a range of adult-initiated activities based on the children's interests and learning dispositions. These might include activities such as creative work, pretend play activities, exploration, storytelling, and many more. These activities are often offered to the children as an option and run parallel to play. Only children who are interested in the particular activity take part. In addition, in high-quality settings, practitioners are effective in supporting children's social and independent skills. In some instances, peer mentoring may be used to support new or younger children to settle into the group. For example, older children may be given the role of buddy to support younger children settle into the setting and participate in daily activities. Older children may naturally take the lead as they model for younger children how to set up activities or prepare and serve meals. During this time, younger children can take part in simple tasks that are manageable to their individual abilities. In the next slide, we will look at how a curriculum can be developed through observation, assessment, and planning. When early years practitioners engage in careful and meaningful observation, assessment, and documentation of children's learning and development, they get to know the children well. They develop a good understanding of their capabilities, their skills, their dispositions, and interests. This also allows practitioners to build a rich picture of the children's learning styles, such as visual, audio, and social. They begin to recognise, value, and affirm the diversity in the style, pace, and focus of the children's learning and development. In settings that are highly effective in capturing the children's learning, inspectors find the strengths-based approach to recording the children's interests, needs, and learning dispositions is adopted. Inspectors regularly see observation learning records which contain anecdotal notes and learning stories. These are often collected in group and individual journals, along with photographs and samples of the children's artwork. Inspectors further highlight positive outcomes when early years practitioners are engaged in effective planning to support the children's next step in learning. For example, information gathered on the children's learning and development is used to guide medium-term and short-term planning. There is a clear link between the children's interests, developmental goals, learning dispositions, and planned activities. In these settings, activities are modified to include the emerging interests of all the children. Inspectors recognise the value of effective two-way communication between parents and practitioners as an important element of practice when planning for children's learning. Information about the interests, learning dispositions, and achievements are shared between the families and the practitioners. These include information on the children's cultural background, their abilities, interests, and developmental levels. These important aspects are shared regularly on the basis of mutual respect and transparency. This provides practitioners and parents with a holistic picture of each child's learning and development. In exemplary settings, inspectors comment when the voice of the child is actively sought, respected, and included in planning and decision-making processes. This allows each child to achieve fulfillment, success, and mastery at their unique level. Early years practitioners are highly skilled in the area of differentiation. Differentiation is when a practitioner plans for individual children's needs and interests. This includes being flexible in planning activities as well as setting up the environment. We will now move to consider the importance of well-planned and meaningful resourced environment. The environment is key to creating a broad variety of inspiring learning experiences suitable to the unique learning dispositions of each individual child. Inspectors regularly find that when the environment is properly prepared, it can be highly effective in creating for the age range and capabilities of all the children in a mixed age group. It would also provide opportunities for children in the group to problem solve, take risks, experiment, discover, and connect with the natural world. Inspectors also find that in high-quality mixed age group settings, both the indoor and the outdoor environments are safe, challenging, interesting, and inspiring for play. These environments are well maintained and resourced to a high standard with a wide variety of open-ended and natural materials. In these settings, the indoor and outdoor spaces are divided into designated interest areas. These areas provide the children with opportunities to engage with a broad range of activities, which are freely available, autonomously accessible, and tailored to the interests, abilities, and the development of each child. In some settings, the children are afforded the opportunity to choose to play inside and outside during the long, uninterrupted play periods. In addition, practitioners are attentive to younger and older children's needs to ensure that the younger children don't get overwhelmed and older children don't lose interest. To avoid this, the practitioners provide comfortable, cosy spaces to get away from the hustle and bustle of the busy playroom. Plenty of floor space is provided to play on the ground for younger members of the group. For older children, space is provided to complete more complex activities without disruption from the younger children. Finally, let us look at play equipment most suitable for mixed age group children. In high-quality mixed-age group settings, inspectors often note that play equipment and resources are freely available and easily accessible to the age group they are intended for. Open-ended items such as blocks, Lego, Play-Doh, sand, water, and junk material are provided to support the various levels of ability and skills and allow children to engage in activities together and alone. Suitable for a range of different levels of literacy and numeracy skills, for example, plenty of chubby crayons, pencils, markers, along with paper of different sizes will be available in the mark-making area. In addition, equipment and materials unsuitable for younger children is stored appropriately out of their reach, but on shelves that older children can easily access. And equipment suitable for younger children is placed on low-level shelves. Resources such as sand, earth, and water are typically placed at a suitable height for all ages, or on the ground. Furthermore, labels and text on shelving and equipment support all the children's pre-reading skills. Displays are typically placed at heights that are within eye level of the children in the group. Photographs or pictures displayed are often laminated so that the children can take them down to explore. And finally, there is a mix of different sized chairs and tables to accommodate the different heights of children in the mixed age group. Here are some links to resources which we think may be informative for you as a practitioner. This brings us to a close of this webinar, and we would like to thank you for listening. We hope it provides helpful advice. If you have direct queries, comments arising from your engagement with this webinar, please use the dedicated email address provided to send your comments to us on insights_info@education.gov.ie.